Noodle Pie by Ruth Stark is a fabulous book for upper primary students and beyond. Author Ruth Stark tells a story which focuses on the different ethnic groups that make up contemporary Australia. Andy Nguyen is the main character in the book, who is most definitely Australian, not Vietnamese, and yet his father insists they're going home to Vietnam, somewhere Andy has never been. Andy's dad, Tuoc, is Viet Cur, a name given to Vietnamese-born immigrants who live in other countries around the world. These returning people have certain expectations placed on them for having been the lucky ones to have been able to leave. For the first time in decades, since he escaped the devastation and horrors of war in Vietnam, Andy's father is finally coming home. But for Andy, the return is marked by culture shock, not to mention some disappointment. He can't understand why his father has bought himself a new gold watch and ring which he knows his family can't afford. He's shocked to discover his Vietnamese family's famous restaurant is hardly more than a shack. He's surrounded by a language he only partially understands and unfamiliar faces that only seem to demand more and more than what he and his father have already generously brought. But with the help of an enterprising young cousin and a hefty dose of honesty from his father, Andy finally comes to understand his family history and the love and dedication that binds them all together, even if he is more Australian than not. When Andy discovers that over the years, both sides of the family have been twisting the truth, he comes up with a bright idea to improve the family fortunes. The book Noodle Pie covers many themes: friendship, multiculturalism, history, acceptance, family. It can be used across the curriculum for teaching not only literacy, but you could look at the history of Vietnam, the geography of the country, interpersonal relationships, and even delve into the arts and culture of Vietnam. A warm and funny story about family, cultural differences, and noodle pie.